you're hearing right now is not just the sound of commerce, serious. It is the sound of a ticking time bomb rolling through our communities. Every single day across the United States, tens of thousands of rail cars and trucks move some of the most dangerous chemicals ever created. These substances are called toxic inhalation hazard chemicals. Rail alone transports roughly 105,000 carloads of these chemicals every year. Trucks transport even more across highways and city streets. When something goes wrong, it does not simply create a traffic problem. It can create an invisible gas cloud capable of killing people within minutes. This is the prepper's guide to the 10 deadliest chemicals transported in America. I'm going to explain what they are, what they do to the human body, and most importantly, how you and your family survive if one of these chemicals is released near you. Toxic inhalation hazard chemicals are transported daily for industrial purposes, including water treatment, agriculture, manufacturing, plastics production, and chemical processing. Two chemicals dominate these shipments, chlorine and anhydrous ammonia. Together, they represent the largest share of toxic inhalation hazard transportation by both volume and potential lethality. While train derailments make headlines, the reality is more surprising. From 1975 to 2021, truck accidents involving hazardous materials caused more than 16 times the number of fatalities compared with rail incidents. 380 deaths came from truck incidents compared with 23 from rail. Today, trucks carry roughly twice the hazardous material tonnage of rail. However, rail accidents involving toxic inhalation chemicals can be catastrophic, sometimes requiring evacuation zones of 5 to 10 miles. Number 1, chlorine gas. The first chemical on this list is chlorine gas. Most people know chlorine as the chemical used to disinfect drinking water in swimming pools, but in concentrated form, chlorine becomes a pale green cloud of suffocating poison. It is the most commonly transported toxic inhalation hazard chemical in the United States. When a chlorine tank ruptures, it does not simply leak. It rapidly forms a dense toxic cloud that moves with the wind. Breathing chlorine is like inhaling acid. It reacts with moisture in the lungs to form hydrochloric acid, destroying lung tissue from the inside out. At concentrations above 30 parts per million, breathing becomes difficult. At concentrations around 1,000 parts per million, death can occur within minutes. The United States produces roughly 2.6 million tons of chlorine every year, making it a constant presence on rail lines and highways. One of the most infamous chlorine disasters occurred in Graniteville, South Carolina in 2005. A train switched onto the wrong track and collided with a parked train. The resulting chlorine release killed 9 people and forced massive evacuations. If you ever see a tanker marked with the green hazardous materials placard 1017, that indicates chlorine. If a chlorine release occurs and you are downwind, your priority is simple. Move upwind immediately. If evacuation is impossible, shelter inside. Seal doors and windows with plastic sheeting and tape. Standard dust masks provide zero protection. Protection requires a respirator equipped with chlorine-rated cartridges. Number 2, anhydrous ammonia. The second chemical is anhydrous ammonia. This chemical is the backbone of modern agriculture. It is widely used as fertilizer and also as an industrial refrigerant. Despite its common use, it is an extremely dangerous gas. Anhydrous ammonia aggressively attacks moisture in the human body. When inhaled, it burns the eyes, throat, and lungs. Severe exposure can cause the lungs to fill with fluid, leading to suffocation. It is the second most transported toxic inhalation hazard chemical in the United States. Equipment failure accounts for roughly 46% of ammonia releases. Exposure to more than 50 parts per million causes irritation. 700 parts per million causes severe eye injury. 300 parts per million is considered immediately dangerous to life or health. A major ammonia disaster occurred in Minot, North Dakota in 2002. A train derailment released a large ammonia cloud over the town, killing 1 person and injuring hundreds. If you encounter an ammonia plume, immediate evacuation is critical. Move at least half a mile upwind. Protection requires a full-face respirator with ammonia cartridges. If ammonia contacts the skin, the primary treatment is copious water flushing. Large volumes of water are the only reliable way to remove it from the body. Number 3, sulfur dioxide. Number 3 is sulfur dioxide. This colorless gas is a byproduct of many industrial processes, including sulfuric acid production. It has a distinctive odor similar to a struck match. When inhaled, sulfur dioxide severely irritates the respiratory system and can cause respiratory failure. The danger increases indoors where the gas can accumulate. Sulfur dioxide also reacts with moisture to form sulfuric acid, intensifying the damage to lung tissue. If sulfur dioxide is released, the same rules apply. Move upwind, gain elevation if possible, and seal indoor spaces if evacuation is not possible. Avoid low-lying areas where the gas can accumulate. Number 4, hydrogen fluoride. Number 4 is hydrogen fluoride, one of the most dangerous industrial chemicals transported today. Hydrogen fluoride is used in petroleum refining, electronics manufacturing, and glass etching. Unlike many acids, hydrogen fluoride penetrates deeply into the body. It can pass through the skin and bind to calcium in the blood and bones. This process can disrupt the heart's electrical system and lead to cardiac arrest. Even small exposures can be life-threatening. Hydrogen fluoride vapor clouds can travel miles from the release site. If exposure occurs, the medical treatment involves calcium gluconate gel, which helps counteract the chemical's calcium-binding effects. Without rapid treatment, severe tissue damage and systemic poisoning can occur. Number 5 is fuming nitric acid. This chemical is both highly corrosive and a powerful oxidizer. It is widely used in fertilizer production and explosive manufacturing. When nitric acid spills, it releases nitrogen dioxide gas. This gas is highly toxic and can cause severe lung injury and delayed pulmonary edema. Contact with the liquid acid produces deep chemical burns. Responding safely to nitric acid requires acid-resistant protective equipment and careful neutralization using compounds such as sodium bicarbonate or soda ash. Number 6, sulfuric acid. Number 6 is sulfuric acid. It is one of the most widely used industrial chemicals in the world. Sulfuric acid is used in battery production, fertilizers, petroleum refining, and chemical synthesis. Spills are extremely dangerous because the acid causes severe chemical burns. When heated or reacting with water, it can release sulfur dioxide gas, creating a combined chemical and respiratory hazard. Proper response requires acid-resistant protective gear and careful neutralization with sodium bicarbonate. Directly spraying water onto concentrated sulfuric acid can produce dangerous heat and splattering reactions. Number 7, vinyl chloride. Number 7 is vinyl chloride. This chemical gained national attention after the East Palestine, Ohio derailment in 2023. Vinyl chloride is used to manufacture polyvinyl chloride plastic. It is both flammable and highly toxic. Short-term exposure can damage the liver, while long-term exposure increases the risk of cancer. In fires involving vinyl chloride, toxic combustion products can spread dangerous fumes over large areas. If vinyl chloride is released or burning, immediate evacuation away from the plume is critical. Number 8, benzene. Number 8 is benzene. Benzene is a sweet-smelling liquid found in crude oil and gasoline. It is widely used in chemical manufacturing and frequently transported by rail and truck. Benzene is a well-known carcinogen. Short-term exposure can cause dizziness, confusion, and poisoning. Long-term exposure can damage bone marrow and cause leukemia. Benzene vapors can also be absorbed through the skin. Protection requires organic vapor respirator cartridges and strict avoidance of contaminated areas. Number 9, hydrochloric acid. Number 9 is hydrochloric acid. This chemical is used extensively in steel manufacturing and chemical processing. When released, it forms hydrogen chloride gas, a corrosive vapor that damages lung tissue when inhaled. Contact with the liquid acid causes severe chemical burns. Neutralization is typically performed using sodium bicarbonate solutions, while responders must wear chemical-resistant protective gear. Number 10, ethylene oxide. The final chemical on this list is ethylene oxide. Ethylene oxide is widely used for sterilizing medical equipment and manufacturing plastics. Although transported in smaller quantities, it is extremely toxic and flammable. It is also a known carcinogen. Exposure can damage the respiratory system and nervous system and may increase long-term cancer risk. If ethylene oxide is released, immediate evacuation and elimination of ignition sources are critical. What preppers should do. You cannot stop hazardous materials from being transported. but you can prepare for the possibility of an accident. First, know your surroundings. Look at a map and determine whether you live near major rail lines, highways, industrial facilities, or chemical plants. Second, have proper protective equipment. A simple dust mask, or N95 mask, provides no protection against toxic gases. Serious protection requires a full-face respirator with multiple cartridge types, including chlorine cartridges, ammonia cartridges, acid gas cartridges, and organic vapor cartridges. Third, have a plan. Know evacuation routes, understand prevailing wind directions, develop a family communication plan, and identify safe meeting locations. Also prepare a shelter-in-place strategy using plastic sheeting, tape, and sealed indoor rooms. Fourth, learn hazardous material placards. Those diamond-shaped signs on trucks and rail cars identify the chemicals being transported. For example, the number 1017 identifies chlorine. You can look up these numbers instantly using the Emergency Response Guidebook application. Finally, understand the reality. Hazardous material transportation occurs around us every day. Thousands of incidents happen every year, most involving trucks. Chemical preparedness is not paranoia. It is awareness. It is understanding how modern industry works and how accidents can affect your community. If you understand the threats and have a plan, you have already won half the battle.